Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a B-movie review, and today I'll be having a look at the movie Croczilla, also known as Million Dollar Crocodile. So this is a Chinese film, I believe, and is, as you might have guessed, about a giant crocodile. Now, this is quite an interesting film, and obviously a lot of it is going to depend on do you like sort of Asian cinema, because I think a lot of how the film's themes and kind of the way it plays is certainly indicative of that sort of style of film. So what I mean by that is it's an odd film to watch, you know, if you're not used to sort of watching sort of a lot of Asian cinema. No, I'm really not, so I don't have seen much. So it's a weird mix between sort of creature feature and slapstick humour. So the essential premise of this film is there's kind of like a crocodile sort of zoo farm or something, and they're kind of running out of money, so they sell their their crocodiles, including a huge one called a mole, to another business, and this other business is actually a sort of kind of sushi restaurant where they want to sort of, you know, kill and cook and serve the crocodiles. So this big one, he sort of manages to escape, and he sort of goes on the rampage, and from there it's this. He ends up eating this woman's handbag, this sort of like this sort of woman who's been working in Italy for so many years, and she's got all the cash that she's saved up in this bag, and this crocodile eats it, hence the million dollar crocodile title. And then from there you kind of get these shady sort of gangster types from this sushi restaurant trying to when they realise it's got all this money in it, they obviously want to try and do it, and obviously retrieve the money. Plus, you've obviously got the actual woman herself, who ends up sort of teaming up with the kind of the original owners of the crocodile, who are this sort of this sort of older, sort of almost like Zen master crocodile type guy. They're a kind of like lowly police officer and his sort of young son. And then it's kind of like the weird thing about this film is the actual CGI and the crocodile effects are pretty damn good, I have to say. So if you've seen the Lake Placid sequels or sort of Dino Croc stuff like that, the actual CGI, I have to say, is probably a cut above a lot of those. It actually looks quite good. They do use a mixture of CGI and actual sort of footage of real crocodiles. But when you do know it's CGI, yes, you can kind of tell it's CGI sometimes, but it does look fairly impressive. And the way the crocodile moves and the sort of it feels weighty. It's not, you know, I recently reviewed Lake Placid 4, and my main criticism of that one was the crocodile seem weightless. It does seem pretty damn good in this. So the crocodile effects are quite good. Now, Croczilla may make you think it's kind of some like Godzilla-sized monster. It isn't. Yes, it's a very big crocodile, but it's not. It's not like, you know, one of these kind of like Megasaur dinosaur type things. It's a pretty damn big, but not the biggest one you see out of the Lake Placid films, that sort of thing. Strangely, there's not a lot of actual violence in this film. There is some. It does attack a couple of people, but it's not all of that. It's not like a particularly graphic film for sort of kills and that sort of thing. What it does have is this really weird sort of almost like I can like it that Home Alone sort of style humour. I mean, the kind of like the bad guys, this sort of gang of like almost like pirate restaurant owners. They're literally like cartoon characters, and they kind of act like, you know, something you'd see out of Roadrunner and things like that. It's quite strange. Now, you might sort of say, oh yeah, well that's just the way they do it in, you know, in these sort of Asian films or whatever, and it's kind of that's the way it's. That may be well and true, but for this when you're watching it, it's very strange to see, like, you know, such sort of a good effect on sort of like a monster, and what could have been a fairly good horror sort of film or creature feature, then have almost this overly sort of childlike, sort of juvenile humour. The weird thing is there's child nudity in it. There's they use real animal corpses for when they're baiting the crocodile. So it's kind of a strange, a real strange film to watch, to be honest with you. And some of the kind of the plot points, like there's the female lead who's meant to be this woman who's worked in Italy for so long. She all she's after is the money out of her crocodile, and she puts this little boy in harm's way, getting her to go after the crocodile and to try and help her. But no one, even the father's kind of like just dismisses it, even the fact that she's literally bought this like 7 or 8 year old boy in the kind of this far away from the actual crocodile. But you know, no one kind of bats an eyelid about it, basically. And the other weird thing is that they portray the crocodile as kind of being semi-intelligent, and it has this sort of connection with the original sort of family that owned the crocodile. This kind of like this sort of grandfather, sort of crocodile master, and the young boy. And it seems that the way that the film portrays it almost makes it sound like the crocodile only eats bad guys, which is a bit, you know, it's a bit stupid, to be quite honest with you. And it's a strange mix, trying to have this sort of like man-eating crocodile almost to sort of try and steer it towards a family film. There you go. So now the acting is a bit choppy. Now it's difficult. You can watch it either dubbed or subtitled. Now if you're going to watch it dubbed, you're not going to, you know, obviously something's going to be lost in the translation, and it does seem overly cheesy. But even watching it subbed, it kind of the way they sometimes they overact and the sort of the constant screaming, and it's just kind of for this woman and things like that. It's just, I don't know. It's just not really all that fantastic, I don't think. It's kind of an interesting film purely for the special effects, I would have to say, because I would actually put the special effects actually above a lot of these other sort of creature features. It does look pretty realistic in the way it moves. It does kind of change size somewhat, I noticed, but there you go. But the actual story, and I have to be honest, the actual the rest of the film is kind of, it's a bit of a chore to sit through. So I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Have you seen it, and would you watch it compared to sort of these other sort of crocodile monster films? Let me comment. See you later. Bye now.